Can the government stop you riding your motorcycle? Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Please like, share, subscribe, leave those comments below and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com and click the bell next to the subscribe button for all future videos. So in this video I'm talking about can the government and its agencies stop you riding your motorcycle? Well, actually, this came up quite recently. Now, if we take certain countries, they may have different policies and procedures and laws, of course. But let's say if you're a law-abiding citizen and you're just riding your motorcycle along the road, you're not breaking any road laws, you're not breaking any criminal laws. Let's say you haven't committed a crime elsewhere and you're on a getaway or something like that. Can the police or any other agency stop you from riding your bike? And can the government impose a law to say you can't ride your bike now? The fact of the matter is, yes, they can. It's as simple as that. It's the law of the land, whatever it is. Now, I'll give you a case in point. Obviously now within the arena, let's say, of this COVID-19, the coronavirus, some countries are having major restrictions, and Italy famously went on lockdown, as did China as well, and just permitting only essential transport to and place from places of work or to different destinations. So you could say that leisure transport was stopped, for want of a better word. In the case of motorcycling, actually what they did, they put a big restriction on that, and they said it actually started fining people who were riding their motorcycles in a leisure capacity, so that the police can stop people and they can pull them over and issue fines. Or in the worst case, they can actually stop you riding your bike. Now, let's take another country, for example, where United States, for example, many people have long time accused the United States government and its agencies, let's say law enforcement and whatever, in motorcycle profiling. Indeed, a leak came out a few years ago where a government department actually had a whole list of all motorcycle riders in the United States, and it was an updated list with new people. Even the riders who were on that list, who then subsequently didn't own a motorcycle, stayed on that list. And that list was actually linked to criminal activity, the likelihood of criminal activity. So they're profiling motorcycle riders, whether they were law-abiding or not. They're all put into the same pot. It would appear that if you ride a motorcycle, you're more likely to commit a crime, which is absolute nonsense, isn't it? So then agencies and law officials, let's say, were accused and were criticised for unduly focusing on motorcycle riding. And so then riders will be pulled over at the traffic lights, let's say, and in some cases they would be stopped and motorcycles confiscated, whatever. Now, there could be lots of reasons for this, but the fact of the matter is that people were stopped from riding when they weren't actually committing a crime. Now, the police could actually say, quite rightly, well, we suspect this person or these persons on a vehicle, on a motorcycle, in a vehicle, to have committed a crime. There's something suspicious. Probable cause, I believe they call it. Do they have probable cause to suspect that somebody has been up to no good? Now, whether we like it or not, that's their get out of jail free card. They can stop you from riding. They can pull you over, and then if they find something, obviously they can do something about it as well. But if they don't, then can they still continue that? And this happened to me many years ago. I was repeatedly pulled over by the police just because I was returning home late from a late night job that I used to have. And in the end, I had to say to them, guys, you're pulling me over every single night here. What's going on? If you pull me over again, I'm going to have to put in a complaint against you. And funnily enough, I didn't get pulled over again. Interesting that, isn't it? I suppose it's until the police and law officials get to know who you are, get to know your registration number, all that kind of stuff, your vehicle registration number, that is, that they can, you know, start to identify who you are. But I suppose it's that initial thought, it's that initial profile. The government, as a law makers, either whether at a local level, local government, or state, federal, whatever, will then have a different view upon motorcycle use. But essentially, they can stop you riding your motorcycle under any circumstances. They can change the law at any time. Now, let's say, for example, there is a law in a particular country where you have to wear helmets for road safety, okay? Well, the government can change that law very quickly, overnight, if there is a higher risk involved. Now, I'll give you a case in point. 15, 20 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, in Greece, the country Greece, okay, they had a series of terrorist attacks, assassinations, and what was happening was that motorcycle riders were wearing helmets as a disguise as well, and they were committing these assassinations. Overnight, the Greek government temporarily banned the use and the wearing of helmets, because the greater risk was obviously this immediate threat. So that's what happened. That's a case where the government can overnight change the law. They can prevent you doing something that you were doing before, let's say on a motorcycle. Now, in that case, they just stop people wearing helmets. But obviously, in other cases, they could mandate that you must wear something or must not even ride a motorcycle, full stop. Anyway, listen, so that's it. Can the government stop you riding your motorcycle in any situation? Well, unfortunately, yes. Whether you like it or not, that's the truth. Well, I hope you find that useful. Please like, share, subscribe, leave those comments below. Check out the website, RevelatorAlf.com. Click the bell next to the subscribe button, and I'll catch you again. Bye now.
RevelatorAlf.